What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video with me, Tom Dollimore. For those of you who don't know by now, I started this season as the #1 ranked manager on the FPL Research Manager rankings, and this video series is where you can follow me and my thoughts throughout the season. I've had an absolute brilliant week in FPL this week. Not only did I have a good game week, but I've also managed to reach the #1 spot on the last sort of mainstream all-time manager rankings, which is the Premier Fantasy Tools manager rankings. So it's been quite elusive, that one. I've been top on the other two, but this one's it's kind of taken me some time to get there. But finally this week we are the #1 all-time manager on that list. So super proud of that, finally. So jumping into my game week 24. So we finally got a decent green arrow. We've had a couple of green arrows in a row, but they've kind of been really small green arrows. And it's the first week since like November where I've had a really decent green arrow. So running through the team. So we've got 74 points, and overall rank is up to 48,673. So yeah, it's really nice game week, 74 points, and running through the team we've got Raya with the 6 points. Obviously we've had these triple Arsenal defence for ages now, and yeah, coming in with the clean sheet again. So Raya with the 6 points, Timber got yellow cards, so 5 points. Quite annoying. I mean, it sounds a bit silly because I've got a clean sheet with triple defence, but it's quite annoying that Timber is getting so close to scoring goals constantly. And frustratingly, Gordon, who I benched, finally scored a goal against one of my defenders, which is, yeah, that was always bound to happen. I'm convinced if I didn't bench Gordon, he wouldn't have scored, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And now he's injured, which we'll deal with later. Mukiele, 9 points. He's been absolutely brilliant since I bought him. He was the last player of the game week. I was already on a green arrow, and yeah, coming with the 9 points to make it a really good green arrow. So super happy with that. 3 assists on the bounce for him, which is unbelievable. Yeah, one of the best buys of the season. Bruno Fernandes, we've got the captain call right, so 10 point now, which is 20 points as captain. Szoboszlai, 5 points at right back. I can't be happy with that, to be honest. When I saw he was playing right back, I thought we're going to have to think about what to do with him with Frimpong out, and obviously he's got the DEFCON points and 1 bonus point, which was pretty impressive in a game with 5 goals. Playing at right back, getting a bonus point. So, and Bomo didn't deliver 2 points, but the main reason I got him is because I kind of was predicting that his minutes would be better than they had been with Dorgu out, and he played the whole game. So it's looking like that's all right, and it's looking like a good buy. So just hope he starts delivering the points. Thiago, frustrating with the blank. I think he'll probably keep blanking until people sell him, and I'll hold him, and then he'll score again. So let's just hope that happens. But for now, he's not delivering the points. And then Haaland with 5 points, which I'll take because as he was the popular captain still, so any points was going against me. But yeah, overall great game week. So hopefully we can continue a good run of some green arrows and get towards that top 10k position, because we're getting to the sort of later stage of the season. It'd be nice to get in the mix of that top 10k pretty soon, but no rush. We've still got time, but yeah, it's good to get a big leap towards it now. So moving on to how I'm lining up for game week 25. So just running through the team, we got Raya in goal still, obviously, and the other 2 Arsenal defence, Timber and Gabriel still. Then we've got Rodon, who's been on the bench for a while. He's actually been scoring some points on my bench for a while, so good fixture for him to start in this week. A bit of a differential there as well, so that's nice. Then we've got Gordon currently in the lineup, but it's looking like he's going to be out. Obviously waiting for confirmation of that, but it sounds like, I mean, his hamstring went in midweek, but we don't know if that's a proper injury or just taking himself off with precaution. But it looks like it's a proper injury. So yeah, I was thinking that I'm probably going to roll this week, but that might force me into a transfer. So yeah, I've got Gordon. It's frustrating as well because obviously I benched him last week, and now and he scored a goal, and now this is not a bad fixture, Brentford at home, but unfortunately it's looking like he's he's going to have to go. But Enzo Fernandez, Wolves away, that's obviously a great fixture there. And I mean, actually, Wolves have been fairly good defensively recently, but you'd still count that as a good fixture. So hopefully we get some points there. Bruno Fernandes, Tottenham at home, captain again. I think with Haaland playing Liverpool away and no other obvious captain shouts, I think that's a pretty comfortable captain for me. Szoboszlai, it's not an ideal fixture, but the fixtures after Man City are much better. He's got a good fixture run after. Liverpool got a good fixture run after. So I think we just sort of take this fixture on the chin and hopefully you get something out of it. Probably playing right back again, so it's not going to be great. Not expecting too much, but hopefully it's the kind of fixture where we can get DEFCON points again or something like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I don't think with those better fixtures coming, I don't think I'm going to be moving him on. And Bomo, obviously, Tottenham at home. It's looking like his minutes might be better now Dorgu's out, so we'll see. We've obviously only had one game since that and he played the whole game, but so it's not a bad fixture and we'll see if those points start coming in. Then moving to the forwards, got Thiago again. Newcastle have looked pretty horrific defensively, so I'm hoping he can get some. I mean, to be fair, like in my view, I got him so cheap that he's pretty much going to be a hold unless his minutes start dropping. But hopefully he can just start getting me some points. I think gradually people are selling him again, so yeah, it'd be nice if he gets some points once his ownership's dropped a bit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Haaland, Liverpool away, is not a great fixture. He hasn't really been doing much. I mean, he got an assist last week, which was better than he's done for a while, but I don't even know what his captaincy. I assume he'll be over 100% effective ownership with captaincy again. But it'd be nice to get to a point where you're getting points from him. His effective ownership goes below 100%, and you start getting points from him without captaining him. But at the same time, that also means that Bruno Fernandes is not going to be as highly captained, so you're just going to hopefully be raking in the more points from that captaincy. So it's not a great fixture for the captaincy anyway. So we're still having vice captain, but hopefully he can start scoring again, because it's nice to have a reliable captain or a reliable couple of captain choices. On the bench, we've got Van Dijk. I think that Man City fixture is an obvious fixture to bench him, but obviously, like I said, with Szoboszlai, he's got the good fixtures coming up, so I'm going to hold on to him. I think Liverpool's defensive numbers have been quite good in recent weeks, so I've held on to Van Dijk for quite a while now, and he's not been super great at delivering points for his price, but hopefully he can turn that around and start bringing in some big points in the next few weeks with those good fixtures, so we'll see what happens. And then Mukiele, obviously the hero, he's got Arsenal away, so it's pretty an obvious fixture for the bench there. So in terms of plans, obviously, like I said, I was planning on rolling this week. My team looked quite good with those two pretty solid bench options if I needed them, but I think Gordon's going to be out, so I'm going to have to look at what to do with him. And if I was going to roll this week, the transfer for Gameweek 26 I had penciled in was either going to be Sarr or Ndiaye. I think the best option is to just bring one of those forward. So the only alternative I can really see is Ahmad, but I just don't think that. As for one, I don't know if I want to go triple Man United attack quite yet. I mean, they've looked good, but it might just be a new manager bounce, and it might turn out to be a big mistake. But so I think I'll leave that one out, and I think I'll probably just bring forward that Sarr or Ndiaye transfer. It's just a matter of which one. And I think kind of where I'm at with it is Sarr is on penalties. I think he's the clear and obvious choice for me if he's on penalties, because obviously Ndiaye's on penalties. I mean, both teams aren't brilliant attacking, so I'm not expecting like unbelievable results. But the problem with Sarr is obviously he took the last penalty, but his it all depends on whether Mateta is going to play, because obviously if Mateta plays, then he'll be in penalties, and they've brought Strand Larsen in, so if Mateta doesn't play, Strand Larsen plays, there's a possibility that Strand Larsen could take penalties. So yeah, it's hard to say what the odds of the penalties are, but to be honest, I think I'm kind of leaning more towards Sarr as the Gordon replacement now, just because it just feels more fun, to be honest. I think it's a close call, but I do think the fixtures over Ndi are slightly better. The fixture this week isn't great. Do get that Burnley home and Wolves home fixture in 26 and 27. I mean, Brighton away is not a bad fixture, to be fair. But yeah, I do, and to be honest, he's going to probably go in game week 28 anyway. So yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning Sarr, but I need to really think about what the chances of those penalties are, because it all comes down to that. Because I think basically without penalties at all, Ndi is the better option, but with penalties, Sarr is by far the better option. So it's kind of a tough one. I kind of like, I just quite kind of like that massive upside of that Burnley fixture mainly, and then the Wolves home fixture as well. If he is on penalties, then it will just be a huge upside there, and I'll be getting him a week earlier than people would buy him, because most people aren't going to buy him for that Brighton fixture this week, I don't think, but I'm kind of being forced into doing something. So yeah, I think that's kind of the rough plan. It's one of the two. I'm leaning Sarr at the minute. Still, in terms of chips, I'm still just penciling in the game week 32 wild card. Looking at dead ending into the 31 blank fixtures, and use the triple captain in 26. I don't know 100% yet. We'll think about that next week. Don't really have to plan that too much. It's just whether you feel like using it in any given week or not. But yeah, I'll think about that next week. But yeah, so in terms of chips, I'm still just planning that 32 wild card, dead ended to 31. Got 3 free transfers, so this would be using 1, so I'll have 3 again next week. So we're pretty healthy there at this stage in the season. I think that the team looks pretty healthy apart from Gordon, and yeah, we're in that kind of position where the team's really okay, and it's now I've got a few transfers in the bank. The team's okay, and I can just take advantage of any upside transfers that I can spot that are really beneficial. So I think I have a slight advantage at the minute because a lot of people are dealing with Saka, so that's going to burn 1 or 2 transfers depending on whether people just go for Rice or whether they go for the triple defence. I have, obviously, because I haven't had to deal with it, I haven't thought about it a huge amount, but I do just I feel like it just going for Rice makes sense. I think Rice is actually an okay option. I think probably in my head the rule would be if you've got Raya and Gabriel, or Raya and Timber, if you happen to have that, but most people have Raya and Gabriel, you might want to use 2 transfers to get Timber, because I think Timber is due a massive haul at some point. But if your team, you want to use some transfers, you're not super happy with your team, or you're a bit low on transfers, I think Rice is fine as well. I don't think it's one to stress too much about. I do think Rice is a decent option. I just don't think with Saka around, I think the 2 defenders and Saka were probably always the optimal option. I never obviously had that because I've had Raya, but it's all very close, and yeah, I do think it just depends on how many transfers you got and how you feel about your team. If you don't feel great and you got not many transfers, then just go Rice. I think it's fine. Yeah, I think that's all my thoughts at the minute for this game week. So I hope you have a great game week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.